We are going to build a custom Magento 2 module to redirect visitors to coming soon or maintenance CMS page. When the module is enabled, when we turn on maintenance mode or coming soon mode from the backend configuration, user will be redirected to these CMS pages. It's a very simple module to learn, and I guess it's a very handy tool to have instead of going to the code base and turn on the maintenance mode. So I have my module in app code / vendor name / package name. This is going to be my package name, and this is where the code base is going to be. And here I have my composer JSON file. If you look at the composer file, you can see the package name and the basic data that you need to have. Next, we need a module registration.php file, and this will tell Magento how to locate the module. Then we need a module.xml file under the etc folder. I have a sequence telling this module should load before Magento Store module. Composer JSON, registration PHP, and module.xml are must-have files. Next important file is sel.xml file. This is not a must-have file, but in our module we use it to create a permission to access our module in the configuration section. Keep in mind the resource ID. This will be used in system XML, so it will allow us the access to configuration section. If you look at the system XML file, you can see the basic module configuration fields. I have a new tab, a new section under it. We can see here we have the allowed resource for this section, which I've assigned it in the acl.xml file. Next, we have the config.xml file, which contains the default configuration values. Next, I have one control action pre-dispatch event, which triggers in the beginning for each request. Next, I have the helper class, which basically get the configuration data. Check if the maintenance mode or coming soon is enabled, and it's also used to check user IP, so we can allow some IPs to skip the redirect to the page. This is handy for developers because when you're doing development, you don't need to go to maintenance page. You must have access to other pages. Next, I have request handler files, interface, and a model file. This is basically used to set the redirect to CMS. I have a DI XML file, which is basically map the request handler interface to the request handler model. If you look at the request handler file, you can see the execute method, and then you have a process error which set the redirect to the CMS pages. Next, I have the page observer, which has the execute method. It will also capture the user IP, and based on the IP, if you set it up in the configuration, it will skip the redirect. If you like to understand the code base, you can go through the observer PHP file and you can understand how the program works. Once you finish the module, you need to run setup upgrade to install the module. And if I go look at admin configuration, we can see the configuration fields. I've enabled the module for the testing and also enabled the coming soon redirect to one of the CMS page. You can assign IPs to skip the redirect if you want. For now, I'll disable it. And if you look at in front end, you can see the request to any page is now redirected to assign coming soon page. And if I add my IP, then it will skip the redirect and allow me to access the site. That's it for this video. Please subscribe to my channel so I can make more videos like this.